Hello everyone, welcome to the Fun Known. Today we are going to study an interesting topic which is known as Introduction to Fractions. You must be having a question in your mind. Fractions? What is that? Let us study the definition of fraction, students. What is the fraction? As per the definition, fraction means a part of whole. Means if you have a whole part, that means a whole circle or a whole square or whichever thing, if you have the whole, so a part of that circle will be known as fraction. Let us understand with more example. It consists of two integers. Means whenever if someone is going to talk about fraction to you, you have to remember that fraction has two integers. Both the integers in the fraction are divided by a bar line. Means if there are two integers like integer 1 and integer 2, so both the integers are divided by a bar line. This is how a bar line will be. Next, we'll understand how to write this. Check here, students. Here they are telling if there is two integer, consider A is one of the integer and B is another integer. A and B are divided by each other by a bar line. So when two integers are divided to each other with a bar line, we can call it as a fraction, where A is considered as a numerator and B is considered as a denominator. Means students, the upper value, the fraction, there are two values, upper value and lower value, which is divided by a bar line, right? So the upper value, that is here in example, it is A. So A will be considered as a numerator and B, that is the lower value of the fraction, is considered as the denominator. Yes? So we'll understand more about fraction. Fraction believes the equal division of substance. What do you mean by that? Equal division of the substance means whenever if we have some whole portion of pizza, then if you are dividing that pizza into four parts, that means fraction believes that all the substance, whichever the substance will be, it will be a circle, square, pizza, whichever the object it will be, that substance should be equally divided. Okay, so here you have to keep these things in mind. Fraction is every time written in the form of a numerator by a denominator. So A by B. This is known as bar line and A is numerator, B is an denominator. A and B are integers and they are not equal to 0. Means there is some value of A and B. They are not 0. Remember this. So now we will go ahead. Let's see the deeper part of fraction. Before going to the deeper part, let us first understand the clear cut concept of numerator and denominator, students. In this slide, we'll understand what is numerator. An integer which is written above a bar line is known as numerator. As I have told you, students, just imagine if this is a fraction, an integer which is written above a bar line. So 5 here will be a numerator. 8 will be the numerator. 6 will be the numerator. As this example, 5, 8, 6 are the numerators containing whole number. Whole number means from 9, 5. Imagine there is a pizza and that pizza you have divided into 9 parts. So the whole will be 9. But from that 9, you had 5 parts. So 5 by 9. This is how the numerator and denominator division happens. We will see that in deeper parts of that fractions, but currently I'm just giving you an example. So remember, currently we are just focusing towards understanding what is numerator. Remember students, the upper value, whichever, if there is a fraction, then the upper value will be a numerator. As in this case, minus 5, minus 3, minus 7 is a numerator. In this case, 5.2, 4.6, 3.6 will be a numerator. So here students, what do you understand? Why they have given three examples? It says that numerator can be a whole number also, it can be a proper whole number also. Numerator can be a integer which contain negative sign also, and numerator can be a decimal number also, that means it can contain point also. So numerator can be a whole number like 0, 1, 2, 3. It can be what you can say, a negative value like minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, or it can be a decimal also. I hope you're understanding how the numerators and denominators are working. So in this case, you have to make sure which are the numerators. Yes, right students. In this case, 5, 8, 6 and minus 5 are the numerators. Very good. See? Yes. 5, 8, 6, 5. These are the numerators. So now students will go towards understanding the denominator. I hope you are understanding the numerator parts. And now let us go towards denominator. What is a denominator? Students, we will be using a similar example what we have seen now. Here the example has 5 by 6, 8 by 3, 6 by 2. In this, 6, 3, 2 will be a denominator, as the number which is down, which will be in this fraction, a number which is down, it is known as denominator. Then this 5 minus 4, 3 minus 2, 7 minus 9. In this examples, minus 4, minus 2, minus 9 will be a denominator. And in another example, 5.2, 4.6, 3.6 will be a denominator. Means a term which is at downside of the factor is known as, yes, it will be known as denominator. So whenever, if it is, I'm talking about the fraction, you just have to remember that in fraction there will be two parts, numerators and denominators. Numerators will be the upper one, denominators will be the lower one. So yeah, here also you have to keep this in mind. It is not compulsory denominator will be an whole number. It can be 1, 2, 3, it can be minus 4, minus 3, minus 2. It can also be a decimal. Okay, students, here is the question for you. 5 by 6, 8 by 3, 6 by minus 4, and minus 5 upon 3.6. These are the questions. Now, tell me the denominator. Tell me your first one, students. 5 by 6. What is the denominator? Yes, right, 6. 8 by 3. Yes, 3 will be the denominator. 6 by minus 4. Yes, minus 4. 5 by 3.6 is 3.6 will be the denominator, the lower value. Okay? Okay. Yes. It means that denominator can be any value but not 0. Exactly, students. Yes, you're right. Denominator can be any value, but denominator or numerators cannot be 0. A value which is not 0. Okay? Okay, now we will go further, students, to understand how the denominators and numerators work. So, see the picture carefully and then you have to answer this. This example which I have already given you, students, see here. This is the picture. You have to check it out, the picture, and tell me how many parts someone has ate already and what is the whole part. Now look at this picture, students. Tell me how many parts total it has first. 1, I'm counting from here, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Look at this. Yes, for me, the whole it contains 7 parts. And how many parts someone has 8 already? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 part is already, so some kid has already ate it. Okay. So I feel a 4 part is already someone has ate, then it will be 4 by the whole, that is 7. Here in second example, check out how many parts are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whole watermelon is divided into 10 parts, students. Let us count once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many pieces of watermelon is already eaten by students or by a kid? Let us check how many parts. 1, 2, 3 and 4. That means students the fraction will be 4 by 10. Yes, because question is telling us what part of the food is eaten. So from 10 parts, 4 parts are already eaten. So we will write 4 by 10. Now, here is a delicious item, students. It's a pizza over here. But yes, we will count the whole parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let us count once again. Be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total there is 8 parts of pizza, students. But how many parts is already eaten? Just check. 1, 2 and 3. So now our fraction here it will be 3 by 8. Right, students? One more. Here, just imagine how many parts are there? 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 parts, right? So if there are 4 parts, 2 parts already have eaten. So what we'll consider 2 by 4. So with this, students, I hope you understood how the denominator, how the numerator, and how this whole fraction part and how this whole parts work, what are numerators, what are denominators. So with this, students, that's it for the day. Thank you. See you in the next class. Thank you for being with us on the fun note.